Quick question. If Nickelodeon asked you to make a movie, any movie about Avatar The Last Airbender, then what is the first idea you would pitch? Today, I think a lot of your dreams just came true because Avatar Studios is finally giving us fans what we've always wanted. In 2024, there will be a theatrical animated movie about Avatar Aang and our favorite characters. But it gets even better because this movie will take place when Team Avatar are all young adults. Here's the official announcement straight from the voice of Avatar Korra.
We actually have some exclusive Avatar Studios news for you all. Now, there have been a lot of rumors floating around, a lot of speculation and a lot of excitement. I feel it too, but we figured it was time to set the record straight. The first feature-length movie from Avatar Studios will be focusing on Avatar, Aang, and his friends. And I, for one, cannot wait. Now, where was I?
Finally, after years of silence, we now know exactly what Avatar's original creators are working on. Seeing The Last Airbender in his prime has been my dream scenario from the start. So while I'm excited to discuss all the new info we have on this movie, I think I should first address Avatar Studios as a whole. I won't lie, things still seem pretty chaotic behind the scenes, and the release plan is even less clear than before. A month ago, Nickelodeon officially confirmed that 3 movies were in development, and then we learned from insiders that the planned release schedule included a Kyoshi movie in 2024, a Zuko movie in 2025, and a Korra movie in 2026. Talk about things that aged poorly, so just scrap that film slate entirely because now this newly announced Aang movie is the only one we can be sure about. Avatar News warned us before, and then again very recently, that Avatar Studios is still finding its footing. Lots of things are up in the air, and it's still relatively early. Release dates could change, and so could the characters associated with each project, which is basically what just happened. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because honestly, this new plan of releasing an adult Aang movie first makes a ton of sense. Avatar Studios wants to bring this franchise back into the limelight. To do that, they need to hit the ground sprinting. And betting on Aang, the main protagonist, is way less risky than relying on even their most popular side characters. And that brings us back to the new announcement, because not only does the character need to be right for this movie, but the time period does too. And that's especially true for what is to be the grand return of the Avatar franchise. Centering the story around Aang and his friends as young adults is a no-brainer. It is the simplest way to attract a brand new young audience to the franchise, while at the same time it signals to the old-timers who grew up with the show that the Avatarverse is still for them too. And the fact that seeing Aang in his prime has been one of the fanbase's most consistent demands only helps to sell Avatar's return further. We know that this movie will not be an adaptation of any kind. The show's creators, Mike and Brian, previously confirmed that they are only interested in making brand new stories. According to them, all the comics, books, and everything else that has come out since these shows end are still considered canon, but rehashing those storylines is not their priority. In my opinion, this news is fantastic. While I understand that a lot of you wanted to know what happened with Zuko's mother, or see Azula break out of prison, or even learn how Toph started a metal bending school, those stories are old news. You could have learned all about how Zuko's mom replaced her face way back in 2013. By making new stories, but still adhering to the lore established in the comics, Avatar Studios has positioned themselves well to invigorate new viewers and satisfy old ones. Plus, now you don't have to worry about me spoiling these movies for you. Everyone wins. Here's another big update. Avatar Studios confirmed that their movies will use 2D hand-drawn animation rather than CGI like most modern shows. Here's what Bryan Konietzko said about it.
We're going to be doing all sorts of things, but our main bread and butter is 2D animation, and it's an homage to anime and all the stuff that we love. The way we always look at it is like start with hand-drawn, handmade artwork, and then what can technology do to help us enhance it, to help us deepen it, to help the filmmaking make it more cinematic. But we're always going to be coming at it from that direction.
He went on to admit that some stylized 3D animation does look breathtaking. Think Spider-Verse or Netflix's Arcane. But he made the point that Avatar does not want to copy others, and they'd rather define their very own look. I think it's noteworthy how Bryan mentioned both his anime inspiration and how he wants to use modern techniques to make the 2D look more cinematic. One of the best examples of this idea in practice is the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. That project started as traditional hand-drawn animation before some scenes, especially fights, were enhanced with computer technology. The results speak for themselves. It looks familiar, but still super good, super super clean, super fast-paced, and super epic. And hopefully, the modern advancements made production a lot less stressful for the animators. If I had to bet, I'd guess that Aang's movie will use a similar approach and look somewhat like this. As for the ages of Team Avatar in this movie, all we have to go off of is the phrase young adults provided by Avatar News. According to Google, that gives us a range between 18 and 25 years old. That seems about right, because the last time we saw Aang in a comic, he was roughly 16 years old. The original show ended when Aang defeated Ozai near his 13th birthday, so already the upcoming movie taking place at a minimum of 5 years after that is a great place to start. I'm gonna go ahead and narrow the range to between 18 and 20 years old for a few reasons. Reason 1 is that Zuko is 4 years older than Aang, so for the Fire Lord to still be considered a young adult in this story, the oldest the Avatar can be is 21 years old. The second reason is that Korra started her journey as a young adult too. She was 17 in book 1 of LOK and 21 by the end of her series, so the writers are already used to working within this age range. And the final reason is, well, to put it simply, Aang and Katara are going to get busy real soon. In The Legend of Korra, we know roughly how old their first child Bumi was, meaning that a baby is approximately due around the time when Aang is 21 years old and Katara is 23. I guess the movie could take place while Katara is pregnant and have Bumi's birth at the end in a big happy finale, but the first season of Korra did something similar, so I don't think that's very likely. Maybe if the Zuko solo movie is still happening, they can dive more into the gang's lives as young parents there. But who knows, I'm just speculating. If you can't wait 2 years for the movie and you need to see young adult Aang right now, then check out this video where the Avatar makes an Instagram account and posts daily about his life. Does it make sense? Not really, but is it incredibly wholesome? Oh, absolutely. And if you want to learn about the other projects coming up in the Avatar universe, including books, video games, and Netflix's live action remake, then this video has got you covered as well. I'll catch you later.